Hello, my name is Nicholas Viveros, and I am presenting on the Battle of Actium. The Battle of Actium was a naval battle in the last war of the Roman Republic that took place in the Ionian Sea near Actium, Greece, on September 2nd of 31 BC. Okay, so to start off, the conflict that started the Battle of Actium were issues within the Second Triumvirate. The Second Triumvirate was the alliance between Octavian, Mark Antony, and Marcus Lepidus, and they had just renewed their term in 38 BC for 5 years. Each of them had control over a part of Rome. However, the triumvirate broke down when Octavian saw Caesarion, the professed son of Julius Caesar, and Queen Cleopatra of Egypt as a major threat to his power. Mark Antony had abandoned Octavia Minor and moved to Egypt to begin a romance with Cleopatra. This caused the Roman Senate and Octavian to think Antony was trying to separate from the Roman Republic. Furthermore, as a personal challenge to Octavian's prestige, Antony tried to get Caesarion accepted as a true heir of Caesar, even though the legacy had not mentioned him. Octavian had been officially adopted as Caesar's only son and the sole legitimate heir of his enormous wealth. The Roman Senate and Octavian thought Antony wanted to control Egypt while still controlling the Eastern Roman legions he was already in charge of. Lastly, when the Second Triumvirate expired in 33 BC, Mark Antony informed the Senate that he did not want to be reappointed, and this solidified the idea that he wanted to separate from the Roman Republic, and this furthered his conflict with Octavian. After many failed attempts of Octavian to hold a conference with Mark Antony, war was inevitable, so both sides prepared for battle. The battle began September 2nd, 31 BC, and it is estimated that Antony had around 140 ships as opposed to 260 ships on Octavian's fleet. Antony's ships were heavier and larger, thus they were more difficult to board. However, Octavian had a better strategy with soldiers who were better trained, and before the battle, Octavian had obtained Antony's battle plans from someone who had betrayed Antony. During the battle, Cleopatra's fleet retreated to the open sea without engaging, and not long before nightfall, Antony transferred to a smaller vessel with his flag and managed to escape, taking a few ships with him as an escort to help him break through Octavian's lines. Those ships left behind were captured or sunk. So the results of the war, Octavian's victory at Actium gave him sole and uncontested control of Mare Nostrum, which is the Roman Mediterranean, and he became Augustus Caesar and the first citizen of Rome. Since he was now in control of every part of the Roman institution, this marked a transition of Rome being a republic to an empire. Since Cleopatra and Antony eventually escaped to Egypt, they both committed suicide a year later. So in conclusion, the Battle of Actium was a naval battle in the last war of the Roman Republic that took place in the Ionian Sea near Actium, Greece.